From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.
What's up, world? It's the one and only Pop DBICD, Primetime Capper, and yes, it's me again. It's time for the premier sports betting show, the Primetime Angles Live. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I hope you're feeling the same. It's Thursday. We got football. We got baseball. We got it's a good night to be a bettor. It's a good night to be a sports fan. You know what I mean? So pretty much let's go ahead and jump into it. Just a little bit of my 2 cents. Little things that see, but up first, let's go ahead and talk about the CFB Thursday night game. CFB Thursday night. Marshall plus 240 at App State, minus 320, minus 7 on the spread as well too. Over under of 51.5, and this game is looking like one of those games where you say to yourself that, hey, you know what? This should be one of those days where it could be a possible upset. Marshall should have a better roster, and they are the more established West Virginia brand as well too. App State is they the Mountain Boys. You know what I mean? They kind of came up because of that Michigan game years ago, and people have taken them so seriously since then, and they moved into the FBS as well too, and became a member of the Sun Belt Conference. Eventually, they'll move themselves out of that conference. I think that they'll probably be headed to the Conference USA next once these expansions are made and everything like that. What you see going through the AAC and what you see going through with the Big 12 and everything like that as well too. So, pretty much this team comes in here heavily favored, but we do have to remember last year Marshall did win the game. So pretty much this is a ultimate rivalry, and I think that it's a little bit far-fetched with App State being this high on the totem pole. I think that this could be a over bet on their side as well too. I'm not saying that they lose the game, but I like Marshall a bit more in this spot. Over under 51.5. That looks like it could be a possible over, in my opinion. I think Marshall has what it takes to score some points on this very tough App State defense, and we all know that Appalachian State has one of the most physical run games that you'll ever see in any football level, and they'll pretty much be using that to eat up the clock and everything like that. But they'll probably have some pretty good passing plays in there as well too to get some chunk yardage as well. So this should be a really, really fun game tonight. It's going to be on ESPN or ESPN2. I didn't look, but pretty much it should be a good game. I know I'll be back and forth with this one as well too, since we got the college football going in, since we got the NFL Thursday night football going tonight. So there it is. There it is. We move forward, and let's go ahead and talk about the Bears naming Fields the starter for week 3 due to Dalton's injury. Now, if Dalton wasn't injured, they would have probably had him play. And, Dalton doesn't have a bad record against the Browns, so that would have been something that would have been helpful for the Bears. But I think the Bears are going to run into a big buzzsaw here regardless of anything. But I think that Justin Fields is absolutely ready to take on the job. He could have took on the job day one, but I am a little, I think that he is a little, he's a little bit too quick on the trigger. The interceptions do have to come down and everything like that. And he's going to have to move around that pocket a little bit quicker than he has, because sometimes he's sitting there as a sitting duck and he's been getting racked up because of it. So, he doesn't have much when it comes to that Bears offensive line. So I think what happens at the end of the day, this will be a good learning lesson for Justin Fields, who's already an A1 quarterback as is. I feel like his future is very bright. But to throw him in here against a team like the Browns, who have a mission to accomplish this year, and that means to have consistent winning seasons. So they are looking forward to, getting into this game and entertaining the home crowd as well too. But Don't let anything on paper fool you. This game is live, and it's going to be a really good one, and I look forward to it as well. It should be whoever's defense steps it up the most in this spot will be the winner of this game, and that's what I'm looking at when it comes down to the Bears and the Browns. But I talked about that a little bit ago on the NFL Bet Exchange. But Field starting is something huge. I know that a lot of fantasy players are probably going to have him maybe starting this week. But hey, let's have some fun. The NFL is nothing but parity right now. We only have 7 teams that are undefeated at this point. So the NFL is in a good place this year. Everybody's somewhat competitive, but it's September, and this is the most competitive month of the year. Once we start getting into more of more weeks and different matchups and things of that nature, then that's when things will kind of make a little bit more sense. But at this point, right now, we all just guessing how I feel. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it shakes out. We move forward from there. All right. Giants should sign Cam Newton. And I'm telling you guys why the Giants should sign Cam Newton. Daniel Jones is I won't say good quarterback. I won't say an average quarterback. I won't say below average. He's just decent. You know what I mean? He's feasible for the moment. But I don't think that if the Giants want to really set a tone and win games, because that's what they want you to do in New York City is win football games, and New Jersey as well too. And I just think that the Giants would be better suited with a veteran quarterback at this point if they were just to give Cam Newton the call and maybe not even start him somewhat, but probably have him out there as a nice little mentor and everything for Daniel Jones and have that option there just in case, they want to go ahead and try to win the NFC East actually, because from what I saw Thursday night, this is a team that just is going to enjoy pretty much beating themselves. That was a terrible, terrible way to finish up a game. They weren't even able to get the ball under. They weren't even able to get it down under 2 minutes on the warning. It just was a wild game and everything like that. But I still think that the Giants could have won that game on several different occasions. So I think that at this point in time, a good veteran would be the look for the Giants to keep them moving forward and keep them, maybe in the race for the wide open NFC East. But all in all, though, I think you just need to trust the situation somewhat. I'm not saying sign them right now, but I'm saying if this continues where they're playing pretty much mediocre football, you might want to bring Cam in just to give you a shot in the arm. That's all I'm saying. So pretty much with that, we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break. And when we get back, we're going to go ahead and talk some Dodgers, and we're going to go ahead and talk about the MLB Thursday Preview. And then we'll get into talking tickets as well, too. So you guys stay tuned. This is the Premier Sports Betting Show, the Primetime Angles Live with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper. And I'll be right back at you in a few moments.
The Viget app, where social media meets sports betting. Get the latest line movements in all major sports. Track your daily bets, daily contests, the NFL over-under contest that pays out $10K in cash prizes. This is a cutting-edge app that helps betting be easy. Sign up with the reference code POPDBIC and you will be able to watch my daily show, The Primetime Angles, as a resource to building that bankroll. Viget is available in your Apple or Google Store on your iOS or Android. The social sports betting app, Viget.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.
Okay, the Dodgers wound up losing a tough one last night to the Pirates. I mean, not to the Pirates, but to the Rockies. And you know what? That happens. It's the end of the year and everything like that in baseball. And, the Dodgers usually go to Coors, and it's always a tough time up there as well, too. They did lose a game 10-5. They had Walker Buehler on the mound as well, too. But you know what? No big deal. No reason to be like, oh, my gosh. But the Dodgers are getting closer and closer to possibly overtaking the lead in the NL West. But you know what? At this time, the Dodgers have already clinched the playoff spot. They're already pretty much comfortable where they're at, and I think that pretty much it's up to them to try to get these 100 wins on the season. But hey, you know what? They're gonna get it. But hey, we're not gonna sit up in here and just really go crazy about the Dodgers winning or losing the NL West out. The Giants have had a great season, and you have to give them nothing but the utmost respect because they've been doing it all year long, and that's good for them. And you know what? At the end of the day, you take care of your business, and hey, if it all works out, it all works out. But the Dodgers last night, it was a little putrid last night on the pitching end, but I can understand being a tired unit as well too. The Dodgers have won a lot of games and they've been done it very convincing well too. But they had to have another nail biter the night before. So, winning 5-4, then losing the next night 5-10. The game is going on as we speak right now. So the Dodgers in the month of September have did exactly what they're supposed to do, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So pretty much at one point they had won 6 in a row, and they are right now 13-6 on the month. Okay, so pretty much that's good because it's exactly where you wanted the Dodgers to be. And these next 6 games coming up, they have Arizona with a 3-gamer in Arizona coming up tomorrow through Sunday, and then they come back Tuesday and they have a game. They have 3 against San Diego, and then they end the season against Milwaukee at the stadium Friday, October 1st through the 3rd as well too. So the Dodgers have 9 games ahead of them. Can they go ahead and run the table on all 9 games? I don't know. But would it be good for them? Yes. But at the end of the day, as I said before, they're not going to be able to avoid the Giants matchup in the divisional. Even if the Giants are the wild card team, they wind up winning the wild card, they're not going to be able to avoid the matchup. So we already pretty much are getting ourselves prepared for a divisional matchup between the Giants and the Dodgers, which should be a championship series game, but it is what it is at the end of the day. But it's coming, it's brewing, and the more and more we get closer to it, the more and more you get excited about the MLB preseason this year. I mean, postseason this year as well too. So, with that, we move on and let's talk about some money, some games that I've chosen today, as I always do. And this is going to formulate our primetime pick 6 up first. It's going to be game 2 of the Indians and the White Sox today. The Indians are already losing today as we speak. Bottom of the 6th inning, Indians are losing 7-2. Bottom of the 4th in Milwaukee, the Brewers are winning 5-0. And pretty much that's what we're looking at. The Dodgers have just started their game as well too, so they're going into the second inning. They're in the second inning as we speak. So we look up and you have yourself an Indians team that's out of it. We talked about that yesterday. And then you have Michael Kopech, the guy that was the big hype for the White Sox as a pitching prospect and everything like that. I think it was more about the girl he was dating at the time and everything, but that's kind of died down a little bit. You haven't heard too much about him. This is the type of game that I could see the White Sox dropping because they did have a good morning, and they've already pretty much solidified themselves into the playoffs. They don't have to really worry about anybody catching them at the end of the season. They're like 14 games up. So pretty much you got Zach Plesac on the mound for the Indians. He's been decent. And he did pitch. He didn't do too well last time out, but that was the Yankees. And he did well against the Brewers and the Red Sox, but was unable to get the win in those games as well, too. So, you know what? I trust Zach Plesac. He's back at home today. He's pitched way better at home than he has on the road. So we'll see how it goes. I'm just shooting my shot a little bit. It's game 2. It's only 7 innings as well. So hey, Indians, let's go ahead and cast that plus 115, see how it checks out, see how it goes. But hopefully we go ahead and get that bad boy home. All right, we got the Nats coming into this game, going against the Reds. Reds have been struggling mightily lately. When you look at it, the Reds are really, they're on the oxygen machine now, because the thing is, they're literally letting the Cardinals run away from it, and with the Padres still staying firm, they're still right there in the race as well too. You got Pat Corbin on the mound for Washington today. You got Luis Castillo on the mound for the Reds today. I'm not saying that the Reds lose the game today, but I'm saying that the Nats keep the game close. When you look at it, the Nats are a top 10 team when it comes to batting average and on base percentage as well. The Reds have struggled mightily in their last few games. From what I'm seeing here, they've dropped their last three. They dropped their last 3 out of 5, to be exact. And then you have a Nationals team that's won their last three out of 5, including the last 2 games in a row. So when you have this perfect storm pull up, it calls for a really close game. So if the Nats don't win, just keep it within 1 for me, okay? And then we're getting minus 120 on that bad boy as well too. And actually, the money line has went down in this game as well too. Now it's at plus 165 on the Nat side and minus 200 on the Red side. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it shakes out. Should be a good game from Cincinnati today. All right, so we have the Pirates plus 225 going against the Phillies minus 275. The Battle of Pennsylvania right here. We got a very good pitching matchup as well too here. You got Aaron Nola on the mound for the Phillies. He's their ace, and he did very well last time out against the Mets. He was able to shut the Mets down, only giving up 1 run and striking out 9. Before that, against Colorado, he struck out 10, only giving up 3. So Nola is pitching very well. Can he go deeper into this game? Because he's only been going 5 innings in his last 3 games as we speak. But he pitched very well. But he threw a lot of pitches as well to get to that point. So today, will he be taken a little bit further, since it's a team like Pittsburgh that he can kind of dominate today? And then you have a young pitcher here, Connor Overton. Connor Overton is coming in here. This is his 3rd game of this season with the Pirates, and he's been okay. So pretty much he went out last time, only pitched an inning, struck out 1, and the furthest he's went is 3 innings. So this is a spot start for the Pirates. That means that they're going to have a lot of pitchers out there today as well too. So this works in the favor of the Phillies, but it works in the favor of the game going over as well too, and that's the bet that I'm taking in this spot. So we're going to move on, and let's go ahead and talk about the Rangers at the Orioles. The Rangers and Orioles, 2 of the worst teams in all of baseball. You have Baltimore 48 and 104, so they've reached the century mark, and Texas is 3 games away from reaching the century mark. They're 55 and 97. So this is bad on bad playing each other today. Usually when you get bad on bad, you get one of the better games of the day. And what I'm seeing here is that the Orioles, they've struggled, but this is kind of breath of fresh air from who the Orioles been playing as of late as well too. Boston and Philly back-to-back. And then you got the Rangers with the White Sox and the Yankees back-to-back. So these guys couldn't wait to see each other. So pretty much when I look at this game right here, I feel like the Orioles will get the better of the Rangers today. I'm taking the even money spot with the Orioles today with the plus 100 because it has been bet down to that. Rangers still at minus 120 themselves. So we'll see how it goes. It's an over-under of 9 as well too. So it should be a fun game. I like the Orioles in this spot. I think they should be cashing a ticket for us tonight. So we'll see how it goes and see how it shakes out. And we move forward to the Blue Jays at the Twins. The Blue Jays coming in here minus 150 and the Twins plus 125. The Steven Matz is the pitcher for the Blue Jays tonight. Michael Pineda is the pitcher for the Twins tonight. I feel like both of these pitchers are going to pitch tonight. You got Pineda, who did fairly decent against Toronto last time out. He gave up 3 runs, struck out 2, but he went 5.2 innings as well too. And they did wind up winning the game as well. So that was pretty good for Pineda. Then you have Steven Matz, who's coming back around, who just pitched against Minnesota as well. And he wasn't a part of the decision, but he went 5 and 2/3 of an inning and struck out 5 in that situation, only gave up 2 runs. Now, what I see here is that this is going to be the matchup for the second time in the last week or so. So what I see here is the game going under. I think that both pitchers will be on their A game tonight, and we'll see how both respond to this. So there it is. There it is. Blue Jays at the Twins tonight, over under a 9.5. Let's see what it brings. Right. So we move on. We got the Astros minus 165 going against the Angels plus 140 tonight. The Angels struggling mightily, and you would love to see them do better, but they're just really bad right now. Waiting on that offseason, I guess. The Angels have dropped their last in the last 5 games. They dropped the last 5 in a row. I'm looking up how many games have they actually lost in a row, because I haven't seen them win in like 2 weeks. So pretty much let's go ahead and get the number of where they're sitting at with that as well too, because boy, oh boy, that's just not a good stat when you see it at all when it comes down to this for the Angels. So, you know, you will want them to be better, as I say, almost on a weekly basis, but hey, it is what it is at the end of the day. 6-game losing streak, and they've actually dropped their last pretty much have dropped their last 8 out of 10 games as well too. So yeah, they're waiting to go on vacation at this point. So the Angels and Astros tonight. I like the pitcher McCullers for the Astros tonight. Angels, once again, they're just throwing out a guy that, you know, that they're just still doing some test reads on or whatever. But you know what? We ain't got time for all that. So pretty much let's go with it with a sure shot. In a sense, Alex Cobb hasn't been bad. He's actually been one of their better pitchers. He's 8-3 on the year. 5 strikeouts, no runs given up last time out against the White Sox as well too. And that did you know, pretty much that did result in his 8th win of the season as well. For the last 2 games prior to that, though, he was no decision, but he pitched very well in those spots. The last time he got really hit was against Tampa Bay at Tampa Bay. He gave up 6 runs. So tonight against Houston, they better beware that he's going to be in here, you know, chewing up innings, things of that nature, and trying to help his team win the game. But all in all, though, I like the Astros to go ahead and win this game tonight by 2 or more runs, and that's why I'm taking them with the minus 1.5 tonight. So we're going to see how this one goes. We're going to see how it shakes out, and we'll just go from there. We'll just go from there. But all in all, though, that's what it's going to be. So real quick, we're going to take a real quick commercial because I have to fix some things real quick, and we'll be right back to you, okay? This is the Premier Sports Betting Show, the Primetime Angles Live with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper.
Good News Only Racing Club, led by the legendary Doug O'Neill, the trainer of 2 Kentucky Derby winners and I'll Have Another and Nyquist. Also trained 2-time Breeders' Cup champ Golden Sense, who are just a part of a long list of thoroughbred champions trained by Doug O'Neill. The Good News Only Racing Club has a young core of horses to look out for in Dennis's Celery, Irish Heatwave, and Notre Dame, just to name a few. Win the day every day with the Good News Only Racing Club, a proud sponsor of the NFL Bet Exchange.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.
Tune into Big Wave Boxing every week with a brand new guest with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper, getting the best boxing stories, best boxing angles, and the truth when it all comes down to the sweet science. Tune in to Big Wave Boxing on the Prime Wave Media channel on YouTube.
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about let's go ahead and jump into them tickets, man. It's Talkin Tickets time. So up first, we have tonight's Thursday night. We have the Thursday night CFB and everything like that. So I'm taking +7 on Marshall money line +165 first half as well too, and the over 13 first quarter as well for this game. And then we're going to go ahead and jump into this right here as well too, the NFL, the MLB PrimeTime PK6 as well. So pretty much we got some TNF bets coming up as well too. So you guys, I just had to load them up real quick, but we got the Indians +115, and then also we have ourselves the Nats +1.5 over 8 with the Pirates and the Phillies today. Then also we have the Orioles +100, and then also we have under 9.5 with the Blue Jays and the Twins, and then the Astros -1.5. I'm gonna leave this up here for you guys for about 60 seconds, so then you guys can go ahead and see exactly what we're on when it comes to this game this week. All right, tonight. So we got a 57-1 ticket as well too. Always a good thing, right? So, pretty much we're seeing exactly how this one should go in a sense. I think that this is a good ticket, and it should be something that gives you a little bit of hope. You know what I mean? But all in all, though, single what you like, because there's some good singles here as well too. You don't want to miss out on that money. So I would just suggest that you guys go ahead and do what's best for you. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, so I like it. 57-1. That's good money right there to start the weekend as well too, and no doubt about it. No doubt about it. So there it is. There it is. All right. So real quick, I will have the NFL bets for you guys in just one moment. Give me 1 sec. I'm just finishing the final little touches on it as well too. It's been a busy morning, y'all. We just got done with NFL Bet Exchange. Went ahead and made sure I did this for you guys today as well too, so you won't miss out on any of the primetime bets from the primetime angle. So it is what it is. It's always double duty, but you gotta love what you do when you do this, right? So Thursday night football. It looks like that this one is a one-sided affair in every step of the way, especially when it comes down to the bets for this game. As you guys already know, everybody is always going to take a team that has 10 sacks on the season already, and already is pretty much shown that they're a team to be reckoned with at this point as well too. That's going to be the Carolina Panthers. Even though I think that you still got to take your time with the Panthers as well, because when they run into a team with a really, really good offense, then that's when you're going to see if their defense is really up to the task. The two teams that they went against, a little inept offensively, in my opinion. Saints don't have the same type of mojo that they had when Breeze was there, even though Jameis is consistent, he's good, all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, though, that's something that doesn't work well, in my opinion. When it pretty much comes down to, your brand new quarterback and you're trying to get the dynamics and everything together. Now, I'm putting this up here, and just know that the last play that I have here is for the first quarter. So the Thursday night football bets are going to be -8 to the Panthers, over 21.5 first half, and then the Panthers -1.5 first quarter, which probably will be the most bet of the night, because that's like easy money right there, honestly, when you look at it. So pretty much it is what it is. At the end of the day, that's our Thursday night football bets for you. And pretty much I'll be back tomorrow at noon to talk some CFB bets list with you guys and everything like that, and to get you guys ready for the weekend and all that good stuff, and see what we can do with that as well too. And then you guys be on the lookout as well too. I'm going to go ahead and drop my outright picks for the NFL this week, so we can go ahead and pretty much that's for my pool players and all my people that play money lines and pick'ems and all that good stuff. So if you win some big money on that, let me know. All right. So with that, I want to thank you guys very much for tuning in today for the second show of the day. And I thank you guys for tuning in for this one as well too. You guys are the absolute best. I'll see you tomorrow at noon for Friday, our Friday show. So you guys be good. I'll be back to you. As I always say, if you got a hunch, bet a bunch. Always bet with your head, not with your heart. The movement is moving. I'm the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper, and this is the Premier Sports Betting Show, the Primetime Angles Live, and I am gone.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.